Welcome back. Now, activist Morara Kebaso and former Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu both declined to take plea on charges brought against them after their team of lawyers challenged the validity of the offences. Morara faced charges under the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act, accused of publishing false and defamatory content on his X account. Meanwhile, Waititu was charged with offensive conduct aimed at provoking a breach of peace. Both sets of charges were contested by the defence as defective and lacking merit. And as Ben Kirui reports, police were forced to lob tear gas canisters to disperse a crowd that had gathered outside Milimani Law Courts awaiting Morara Kebaso's release.
Shortly after leaving the court precincts, activist Morara Kebaso was greeted with jubilation by a waiting crowd that had earlier on stormed the court's compound, creating chaotic scenes. Police officers struggled to control the crowd and resorted to firing tear gas canisters to disperse the swelling masses. They also blocked the crowd from forcing their way into the central business district, where Morara had planned to address them. Earlier in the day, confusion arose when the arraignment of activist Morara Kebaso and former Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu was delayed for unclear reasons. Their lawyers accused the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP, of stalling in generating the charge sheets. When the two were eventually arraigned, they failed to take plea, with the defense lawyers arguing that the charges were vague. Morara was accused of cyber harassment under Section 27 of the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act No. 5 of 2016. The charge alleged that he posted false content on his X account, intending to tarnish the reputation of businessman David Lagat. Waititu faced charges of offensive conduct under Section 94, subsection 1 of the Penal Code. The charge sheet claimed he made statements intended to provoke a breach of peace. Both charges were challenged by a defense team led by Senior Counsel Martha Karua, who described them as vague and subjective, asserting they did not constitute criminal offences.
If you look at the count 1, it talks of cyber harassment. But look at the particulars. That is where the devil lies.
I'm urging the court to read the charge carefully and reject it, because it doesn't, something is not adding up in this charge sheet.
The court set Friday this week for a ruling on whether the duo will face charges. Morara and Waititu were released on cash bail and bond of 50,000 Kenya shillings respectively. Ben Kirui, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
All right,